Vanakkam to my Rasas and Rasatis. Vanakkam to another session, Coffee with Vass. Recently, I've had an interview. I've been interviewed, and the title was Mithil Interviews Vasundhara, the journey of her life. And it was done full in Tamil. Basically, there was a high demand for Tamil-speaking people. From Tamil-speaking people, they wanted my interview to be done in Tamil. And as the interview was out, it was a tremendous response. Thank you very much for beautiful messages in Messenger, WhatsApp, Facebook, and I highly appreciate it. And majority of them did ask me as well, could you just redo the whole thing again in English, because not all of them understood Tamil. And they're Telugu speaking, Malayalam speaking, Kannada speaking, Punjabi, Hindi speaking, and those English speaking people who don't really understand Tamil. So why not? Let me redo it again in English. Therefore, Rasas and Rasatis, another session, Coffee with Vass. Mainly these questions are always asked me. My fans ask me, in God's grace, I've got a full fan flow of 48,972 worldwide, and I highly appreciate that and thank Almighty. So, they did request me, and I would like to honor their request. And the same thing, whatever I said in that interview in Tamil, I'm going to repeat it in English. The frequently asked questions, basically. So what happens is that I do have people, whenever I come on live, they do ask me a lot of questions about a lot of things, a lot of my personal matters they want to know. And what happened is that, so when I come on live, I'm interviewing someone or I'm having a guest in my Coffee with Vass, and I'm unable to answer everyone's questions. And in Messenger, I get loads and loads of Messenger questions from Messenger, and I don't really have the time. So sincerely, I apologize. And a lot of friend requests have come in, and I really don't have the time to accept all these friend requests and everything. But I made sure that my Facebook is accessible to everyone, and those who are not in my friend list, you're most welcome to send me a message in Messenger. All right, so let's start. Okay, who is Vasundhara Sundaram? Frequently asked question. Well, God has created multiple, brilliant, trillion life forms in this world, and I happen to be one of them. Nothing special about me. And where am I originally from? I was born in Malaysia. My parents are born in Malaysia. My grandparents are from Sri Lanka, Jaffna. And their ancestries come from south of India, Tanjavur. They do ask me, am I Brahmin? Iyengar, because I look like one. They say, no, I'm not Iyengar. I come from Saiva Vallala Pillai community, the Udayar descendant from Sri Lanka. And what else? How old am I? Frequently asked questions. But when they ask me, I feel sometimes, I think that's a bit too personal. But I'm one person, I don't hide my age away. So, I was born 2nd of May 1972, and I've just had my birthday. And proudly saying I'm 48 years old. Okay. Okay. What about my work? What was I doing in Malaysia? How was life in Malaysia? Life in Malaysia is beautiful. I had a very nice childhood. And in that childhood, there was a lot of complications. Why? Because basically, I was a woman trapped in a man's body, born a hermaphrodite, 2 genders. So it was a lot of confusion. But in the same time, I had a lovely childhood in Malaysia. I went to Bungaraya Kindergarten. After that, I went to La Salle School. And I didn't go to any college or university. Neither I'm a graduate. I just finished my SPM, and I just moved on in life to meet life's challenges. So a lot of people will be shocked about it. No, I'm not a graduate. And okay, then what was I doing in Malaysia? In Malaysia, I worked for Malaysian Airlines for a couple of years. I'm very, very fortunate to have flew around the world. I flew around the world. I managed to see the 7 world wonders, and I think an opportunity with Malaysian Airlines really groomed me to where I am today, being in the cabin crew. You can always spot out a cabin crew in a group, am I right? And through that, I met lovely colleagues, and till today, we still keep in touch. The present and the ex-cabin crew, we have a WhatsApp group, and there are a lot of lovely, lovely people that I've met when I was in Malaysian Airlines, and I still cherish them, and most of them have become very close to me. They're like my own siblings, my brothers and sisters. And to all the Malaysian Airlines cabin crew who knew me, thank you very much for giving me such a lovely time. I've been around the world. Normally when I say I'm a cabin crew, they do ask me, so which country have you been? Well, I think the question should be, which country you have not been? I even went up to Zagreb. Most of you all don't know where it is. It's in Russia, some deep end in Russia. I've been there. And what else? After Malaysian Airlines cabin crew, I left because I needed to go through the transition period of, rectifying this hermaphrodite birth of mine through medical surgeries and hormone treatments and everything. So I took up a job with MAC Malaysia. It was based in Isetan Lot 10 Bukit Bintang. When it was newly launched, they wanted makeup artists, so they took in 6 makeup artists. And they wanted makeup artists because Malaysia, being a multiracial country, Malay, Chinese and Indian, they had some Chinese makeup artists, Malay makeup artists, and I was the only one Indian. Broke record there. That's how I started breaking record, and it still continues till today, being the first Indian. MAC was beautiful makeup. I loved makeup, and I was always into makeup because from a very young age I took up Indian classical dancing. That was theatre, and there was makeup involved in it. Somehow I was very passionate with makeup, and through a lot of training that MAC Cosmetic put us through, and we ourselves experiment makeup techniques and everything. Hence the reason why a lot of you all have complimented that my makeup is good, because I had ample training and I was always passionate. And grooming wise, I've always admired Rekha Ganesan, the Bollywood actress Rekha, and I always imitate her style. Everyone has got an icon, everyone has got an idol, and Rekha Ganesan, Gemini Ganesan's daughter, who her father happens to be my godfather as well. And yeah, I imitate her. The Kanchipuram saris I wear, which happens to be my favorite. So everything about her I imitate. Hairstyle, makeup, saris and everything. So sometimes a lot of people have complimented me, which I think it's a great honor. You resemble of Rekha. Thank you. Thank you for that lovely compliment. I think I've done it. Okay. About my... Okay, that was my work in Malaysia. Then let's not confuse things. So let's stick to one topic at a time, because I get a bit too excited. And what happened is that I had a job offer after my transition period at the age of 29. I had a job offer with Virgin Atlantic, who wanted Bahasa Malaysia as a spoken language, because at that time Virgin Atlantic, the Golden Lounge ground, they were dealing with a lot of Brunei royalties, and they would prefer some member of staff to speak Bahasa Malaysia and fluent English at the same time. So I applied for it, and in God's grace I got it. That's what brought me into this country, Malaysian, in UK, Great Britain. And that was a real blessing from God, because being what I am, there was no scope in Malaysia. But I don't condemn Malaysia. In the same time, Malaysia is where I was born. I have beautiful, beautiful memories, and there's certain things that I feel it's very personal. I can't talk about it, and it's not nice to talk about the country which you are born and brought up from. But there's a lot of space to improve when it comes to human rights. Whereas in UK, Great Britain, Europe, human rights is very, very importantly sustained and given full importance. Hence the reason I feel so comfortable being myself in United Kingdom. So in Virgin Atlantic ground hostess, I was a ground hostess for 5 years. I had a 5 years work contract. After the 5 years work contract, I got my permanent resident, and after the 1 year permanent resident, I got my citizenship. So today, I'm born in Malaysia, was a citizen, ex-citizen of Malaysia. At present, I'm a British citizen. Life in Virgin Atlantic was so beautiful. I met all the celebrities and it was fun. And the makeup passion was always there. Hence the reason why I wanted to be a makeup artist for brands. But in this country, in UK, experience is not enough. You need to have paper qualification, which they take so much of importance to. Hence the reason why, while working in Virgin Atlantic, I enrolled in London School of Beauty, Regent Street, and I had a fantastic passing mark of 98%. And it was a 6 months course. And I did ask the dean, how come 98? Why can't you give me 100? I said, Miss Sundram, no one can get 100. But I was very happy. I was top in class with a head count of 25 students at the same time. All nationalities. It was like a united nation, and I had so much of fun. Until today, I keep in touch with them. So I got the qualification. So I said, okay, I need to prepare my CV. God was very, very favorable to me, even till today, from day one. Somehow I think He takes care of me as His special child. He knew what I wanted, and when I was working in Virgin Atlantic, I was approached by Christian Dior. I was headhunted by Christian Dior by their regional manager, Mr. David McFarlane, London regional manager. He was a passenger. He was traveling through. So he did ask me, who did your makeup? And you know, I like the way you carry yourself and everything. So I thought he was flirting. And he gave me his name card, and the name Christian Dior was there. He says, you know what, just send me a CV if you're interested. I was really interested, and I was like, is this for real? And I did send my CV to Christian Dior, and within a week, an interview is conducted. Within 2 weeks, I left and said goodbye to Virgin Atlantic and said hello to Christian Dior. Virgin Atlantic, I was the first Tamil woman to be employed as a ground hostess, Tamil speaking, and in Christian Dior, I was the first Tamil employer who's Tamil speaking to be employed as their in-house makeup artist. And with Christian Dior, I had about 10 years of work experience. So 5, 10 makes 15, right? And at present, you see, as age goes by, your thoughts change, your view in life completely changes. So makeup has always been my passion, and there's so many other things I want to do as well. So what happened is that meanwhile, I'm a active volunteer for this women's organization called Crossroad Women's Center, which has got several organizations under their umbrella. One of them happened to be Women Against Rape, and I'm totally against rape of any kind. And I was an active volunteer. I was helping rape victims to go to the police, to make police reports and everything. Even that I've achieved, because at that time Theresa May was, she was the Minister of Policing, and we passed through our organization, I was in the committee, to set up Sapphire unit in Scotland Yard Police, where it was run by all women. So women related matters, somehow women feel more comfortable speaking to another fellow women. So Scotland Yard today has got a Sapphire unit department run by all women for rape victim, domestic violence. Is because of us. That is an achievement. And furthermore, what can I say? So while I was doing that and everything, and I was still working for Christian Dior, and at that time, you know, I was going through some personal issues and everything. And what happened is that I left Christian Dior. I started a dance school, Bharatanatyam, teaching Bharatanatyam, and I specialize in Navarasam, the 9 aspects. So all my students are senior students from different dance schools. They come and learn from me only the facial expression before they do their arangetram or wherever they want to perform. So I specialize in facial expression, the Navarasa Bhavana in Bharatanatyam. And after that, what happened was is that I was In fact, Bosnian-Herzegovinian government opened up a help center here, especially they had one department they've opened up for women, for all those women who's been persecuted during the war, Genesis victims and everything. So they wanted to take it to human rights to give them the proper compensation. So they approached Crossroad Women's Center. They said, if you know of anyone who knows human rights, women human rights and everything and all. And then what happened is that altogether 12 CVs were sent to them, and I happened to be one of them. My CV was one of them. So I was fortunate to get the job, and what they put me into a training to do advocacy work. So I'm well qualified advocacy for women's human rights. And through that, it was partially by this British government as well, the Brent Council, where the council I live in is Brent Council, and they've taken me in as well on every Thursdays and Wednesdays. Their hub in libraries, few libraries here, their hub where we help in vulnerable women to help them get their benefits and all sorts of benefits which is meant for women in UK. So I was fortunate that I got it, and I'm the first Tamil women in the Bosnian-Herzegovinian organization, and the first Tamil women in Brent Council to have held that position, advocacy work and counselor by the Brent Council. And that was also an achievement. And furthermore, what happened is that this year, March 14, I was given an honorary award for my charity work towards women empowerment. And Bosnian-Herzegovinian government recommended my name for that award due to all the track record of work that I've done. And what happened, even then I achieved something, which is the first Tamil woman to have received it in UK, this award, I was told. And then I was very honored about it. And due to the COVID, it was supposed to be a black tie charity dinner event when my award was supposed to be given to me. Due to this COVID, nothing was possible to be done, but I got the certificate, the award, and I felt really pleased about it. Within a week or so, I got a call back. They said, wait a minute, you're not the first Tamil woman in UK, but you happen to be the first Tamil woman in Europe to have got this award. And I was wishing my late father was there to see all this, and I really, really miss him a lot, and I love him a lot. So that is what I'm doing today, and I take up makeup as freelancing, and so that's what my profession is all about, as always you all wanted to know. Now let's go to another session that will continue into other aspects of myself.